I mean, we could do some more exploration and see if we can't find a place to shut off the lights to this.
Maybe. Well, yeah, that is probably a solution. I want to test something first, if you'll humor me.
Okay. Consider yourself humored.
Thank you. I have to do this relatively the same speed both times. I'm being very methodical about this.
Okay. That sounds like the way to get a thing done.
I'm trying. Okay, wait until I get choppy. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go to the green fire.
Okay.
I am going to rest at the green fire. And I am going to see how long I have to rest before it's flooded and I get woken up. I am then going to go back to the fire in a second run and rest for like just before that amount of time and then kill myself to go in the fire. And then we should be fairly close to the world flooding, and we'll see if that wakes me up if I go in when I'm dead. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm way overthinking this, but now I'm just curious to see if that's actually going to do anything or not.
Well, I'm just thinking the second temple, it doesn't get flooded until the very end.
Well, yeah, yeah, you're right. Damn it.
I'm not sure it ever... I don't know. Well, no.
I just want to see what effect time has on things, and the first temple's the fastest way to do it.
Yeah.
This is probably a waste of everybody's time.
Eh.
Alright, well...
Just jump. Yay.
Ah!
Ow.
Okay.
Gabe Damien says, I love that you get 4 blind spots when you slam down in this game.
Yeah. Like you were saying, like people were saying before, the attention to detail is really good.
And Gruntfodder says, you gotta get some of them Portal protagonist ankles.
Oh god, yeah, that's true. Yeah, just strap metal things to my feet and I'll be great. Then I can kick the elks.
Gabe Damien says, Gruntfodder and Gabe Damien are hard to tell apart textually. I just see a G. You guys are different colors on my screen, though. Oh, yeah, Gabe Damien says also we had the same text color until I changed mine to orange.
Is this thing not flooded yet?
It takes a while. There you go.
Okay, what was that, about 10:30?
10:39, I think.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if this is going to do anything. I'm just
But
curious.
if it does, ooh, buddy.
Well, and I mean, we can use... Wow, just nothing. Oh, there it is. Oh, because I was asleep, that's right. We can use, like, after I go back in, we can use that time to try to find a way to turn those lights off so we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, potentially. I'm curious to see if time means literally anything right now. I mean, it obviously means something when the entire world ends, but I'm not looking quite that far in.
How lucky that this guy who has a 22-minute loop had access to a spaceship.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
If you were just stuck on, what's it called? Something Earth.
Oh, Timber Earth.
Timber Earth. And you just had 22 minutes happening over and over and over and were powerless to stop it.
It takes me half that time to walk around that whole planet. Planets in this universe are very small.
That's true.
Good enough. No, stop! Oh, everything in my method is just broken.
Though I suppose technically, there is that one bit of dark bramble that's on Timber Hearth. You could, like, jam yourself into it and then maybe float
Yeah.
and find the Nomai ship.
That sounds like a pretty bad life, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
well, I mean, if it's just happening over and over and over
Yeah.
and there's nothing else for you to do.
Okay. I'm gonna stop the clock at 10 minutes,
Okay.
I think. And you know what? This is just a lot easier.
My knees. Oh,
Oh,
it was
dang
fine.
it. I wanted to break my knees. There's only one thing in the world that I want.
There are so many video games, especially stuff that you play, that I swear to God, every character should just have no knees left. Everybody's knees should just be blown out completely.
Yeah.
The number of things we did as Lara Croft.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Lara
just
Croft
fine.
in the remakes had a rough life. Okay.
Yeah, Grandfather says a 22-minute loop isn't even enough to get Andy McDowell to date you. and Grandfather changed their text color to be the same as Gabe Damian.
Dang it! It's like a game in a game.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stop it at 10, pick up the lantern, and jump on the fire. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay. By the
And
way,
then
if you
we'll
guys
just
are going to
continue
keep
as
the same
normal.
color, I'm going to start calling you either Grunt Damien or Gabe Fodder.
Damn fodder. Okay.
Ready,
Yeah.
set, wake up.
Good enough. 10 minutes is a long enough life. I regret nothing.
Fully cooked.
Critical finals are how I like it.
I like that we keep our eyes open as we just
Yeah.
flop over.
Okay. Let's see what happens in a minute. I will continue as normal as if nothing bad is going on.
Grandfather asks, a New York minute?
Yes. It is 30 seconds, so yeah, that is faster than a regular minute. Than a standard minute. Oh! It's just death. Okay.
Fidjul said,
Good to know.
oh. Is there like a New York minute song I'm not thinking of?
No. Now I feel like I failed as a New Yorker, if there is. Okay, so that did nothing.
Ah, well. It was a nice hypothesis.
I mean, I confirmed that something different happens. Okay.
As Beaver's Mail says, New Yorker, unsubbed.
Hey! Wait a minute. That's where I get my salsa from, too.
New York City?
Yeah! That's some Times Square ass salsa.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you don't want any of that, no. It's probably motor oil and bad decisions.
I don't know. Probably more chewing gum and tourist sweat.
Ooh, tourist sweat. The new Jones soda flavor. Okay, so we are being told that we have to get in the fire. Oh,
Oh.
that's... Whoop, stop
What?
it. I know I'm here. Stop. No. Okay. That's the symbol that was behind the fireplace when I went in digitally. So what are you then? I mean, I think that's just their symbol.
Looks like a little belly button.
Yes, I figured it out. I'm going to kick them in the belly buttons. And they're going to be like, ooh, and then I'm going to win.
Fijul says, do links work in this chat? I don't know. Let's find out.
They should. Is there a chat?
Oh, Grandfather says Pocari Sweat is a Japanese sports drink.
Oh, well, I guess they can't take that then. That's copyright infringement.
Oh. And
Oh.
I got a link to a YouTube video called New York Minute, but it's telling me video unavailable. Oh, by the Eagles.
Oh.
Peter.
I love the Eagles, and I don't think I've
seems
ever
like
heard
a thing
that.
you should know.
I don't think I've ever heard that song of theirs, but I really like the Eagles.
Alright, Fijul says, anyway, that was the musical deep cut I was going for.
Huh.
Well, you'll have to listen to that after this.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pull that up later. Watch, it's just going to be a song just shitting all over New York. And that's why it was linked to us,
The
and then
worst
we
minute
lost a
of my
subscriber.
life was a New York Minute.
That's why. Then it's all the things like that's why I got mugged. That's why my wife dumped me. That's like all this stuff in the same New York Minute.
I'm in the city and I'm angry than a minute.
I think the Eagles stole our song. That's what I think we're figuring out here. Is that video 20 seconds old? Oh my god.
Oh man.
I just like the idea of this guy listing all of the horrible things that happened to him and like within 10 seconds of making it into Queens or something. Holy shit. Oh, I'm crying.
Well, clearly that's a
And I'm
song.
legitimately crying.
That's a song you need to write then.
Oh my god, that's really funny. Oh man. Nothing rhymes. This guy's just like, a guy just punched me. I tripped over a rock. I lost my shoe. Just all this horrible shit. Oh god, it's not even that funny. I'm losing my mind. Oh man. Okay. Is that the music house right there? That's
Yeah,
it right there.
That's that music house.
There has got to be a way to turn the lights off. That
All right.
has to be something, right?
Grandfather says, I'd be surprised if you haven't heard the Don Henley song. It was a hit of sorts in the late 80s. And then Fijul says, ironically, Echoes of the Eye, like the Eagles' New York Minute, is also a story about, quote, somebody going to emergency, somebody going to jail.
So he was the one who punched somebody and stole their shoe. Which is 100% a thing that happened.
Oh, man.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Yeah, I'll have to pull it up. I'm sure I have heard it, but I cannot picture what it is.
Grandfather says the Eagles / Elks.
Yeah.
Gabe Damien adds to your song, a pigeon pooped on my head. S. Beaver's mail says, paid $3.50 for a coffee and got a thimble.
Yeah, oh god, if that isn't the truth, yeah. Oh my god. Back in the day, in the Super Mario Brothers movie, one of the things I thought was really funny was Mario gets all pissed off because he's got to go into like a convenience store to get a bottle of water to like do something with his car, and he's pissed off that it's like $8 or something, and that was like back then.
Yeah.
A bottle of water is probably like $15 now.
Oh, Gabe Damien says, by the way, what do you think this platform is for? We sort of distracted you. Gabe Damien puts in parentheses the dead end platform.
The one over here that I was at? I thought we found something over here. Did we not?
Was
I can see in the trees.
Up here? Is this the platform?
Because there's a receiving hand. That's where we came in, right?
What's straight across there?
Nothing I can get to from here.
Hmm.
Is that where we came in?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, Gabe Damien says yes, this one.
Okay. Let's look at that then.
That might be a faster way to get there.
Yeah, it could be. Oh.
So, like, go up these stairs.
Is this...
And, like,
Yeah.
look,
There's a chair here.
yeah, but look straight across.
Yeah.
There. Now we're over there. Now,
Uh-huh.
is there anything we could see over there? Or can we even see the music hall from here? Oh, no, that's just... I mean, you can see a dude.
Wait a minute.
Oh, if we never turn those lights on, it never turns the music hall on. Is that what we're figuring out? There's no music right
What?
now.
Well, that's because we're too far away to hear it, I
Oh,
think.
okay. Oh, yeah, sure enough. But it stands to reason here. So, when you light up that bridge to, like, initially come across,
Yeah.
that one there, is that what lights up the music hall? Is the music hall not otherwise lit? Because we just found an alternate way to get over here.
Oh.
Yeah, can we turn this light off?
That's interesting. Yeah, we can turn it off.
Also, Fidjul said, by the way, you were considering further hints, but I think you should take another look at Booch's haikus.
Dang it. Okay. I mean, that still looks pretty
no,
lit
it's
to
still
me.
lit.
Dang. I'm wondering if, like... It can't be, like, a speed run, can it? Like, we just have to use that shortcut to get over there as quickly as humanly possible? It can't be that.
So, the haikus we had earlier were, we are 2 for 3, and we have learned some cool things. Gabro would be proud. The fireplace thing. Those elks are jerks, blocking path. Can you be a jerk? Lessons learned, hints heard, and interloper studies the dark path ahead. The Alk Lodge, the bells, synonym for extinguish, it's necessary. Okay, so that was dying. We got that one.
Okay. And it's he's saying it is necessary.
What?
Extinguish.
Oh.
Synonym for extinguish.
Oh, that's true. And they mentioned the Alk Lodge. Is there something we can do dead in the lodge? I mean, that's where we ended up finding that information, though. I don't know. I think the way back to the way back to the original LP, show us what you learned. At the end of it, oh yeah. Isn't that a nice thing?
What we learned. What's something special that we learned from the original?
All of this. Are they quantum? No.
If that guy was gone, I would have just filled my own pants. Like, if he had just disappeared, I would have been like... Yeah, the music is still going.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like my theory there was already dashed.
It was a good theory, though. Like, what is the purpose of that platform? Is it really just a shortcut?
We about to get goosed again?
I mean, there's nobody behind us. I think we're about to get caught.
Okay.
Because I really don't think we should be here yet. Can you be a jerk? Here, I'll walk backwards. No.
Dang. What would make us a jerk?
Oh, there goes the dam.
Dang.
Does eating a marshmallow give us, like, powers or something? It wasn't a green fire marshmallow. It somehow turned not green. They're blocking the paths like a jerk.
I mean, it sounds like maybe what we're being told to do is to block their path.
But with what?
So, when we follow the guy in before, he makes like a right and goes through a
Yeah.
door. Is it a door that we can somehow close?
I mean, I have not seen anything interactive. Like, that's part of the problem, is I don't feel like we've found anything to interact with.
Mm-hmm. Grunt Fodder says, if this turned into a boy and his blob marshmallow power-up thing, this would be a way different game.
That's another game I need to play.
Yeah, I've played Dublob.
Yeah. A Boy and His Blob it's a remake of a way old game, but they did it in beautiful, like, hand-drawn graphics. It looks phenomenal. I should have just grabbed that on the good old game sale.
Gabe Damien
Anyway.
says, well, there is one very big unpleasant interaction. And SB Burrs Mail says, there's always one resource you have at your disposal.
In the dream world, there's the lantern, the light, an unpleasant interaction, and one resource we always have at our disposal?
Poking them in the eyes.
God, I wish. Their stupid glowing eyes.
Which, I'll be honest, they're surprisingly blind when there's not a lantern around.
Yeah, they really are. How far into this are we?
Gabe Damien says, lol, we may just be compounding the confusion at this point. I have us going for an hour and 39 so far.
If we can't figure it out in like 6 minutes, I feel like they should just tell us. Because this is not making for good entertainment, I don't feel like. Unless our misery is good entertainment, and if that's the case, then this is like a Broadway show, because go back to New York references. I still don't know if I should be going in dead or not. That has to be something. Being able to do that has to be something.
Okay, how about we ask this question?
Do we need to be dead?
Yeah. SB Bruce Mail says, yep, you are wandering further and further away at this point.
Damn it. Alright.
So, the question is, do we need to be dead for this part?
Survey says...
No.
Okay.
So then it's probably...
Do I need to eat marshmallows?
Oh, Fajul says to get through the lodge, you do not need to be dead.
Okay. I mean, is that just another lodge? Or are we talking about the other lodge?
Do you mean the lodge that we call a hotel? Oh, Fajul says, no, wait, I mean the fireplace building.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The music hall.
Yeah. That's our name for it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't need to do the bridge anymore.
Yeah, screw that bridge. Go up some stairs.
I mean, there were those doors that the guys were coming out of infinitely, but I really don't think that is anything that we can go inside of. Remember we found the doors where they were going in and out?
Oh, Fajul says no. All of that said, there was a significance to the last thing you tried here while dead that I don't think you've connected. What was the last thing we tried while dead?
I tried walking out of the
Yeah.
bubble to see what they look like. I tried letting time run down and getting drowned,
Yeah.
which just killed me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine they would look any different if I'm dead, though, because if they're already dead, they're going to look the same no matter what.
Well, are we concerned about how they look? I mean, when we worry about how we look to them?
They really don't seem to care what we look like. They just want to kill us.
Well, I mean, that's because we figured out that we probably look the exact same.
Yeah, I mean, we are just uploading our consciousness. It's not actually us in here.
We are some rando alien boy.
Yeah.
Or girl, isn't it?
It's they. They refer to all of them as they.
There we go.
Yeah.
S. Beaver's mail says you've tangentially mentioned the solution several times, but you need
What?
to tie in a mechanic you know, but haven't used to solve a puzzle yet to get to the finish line. I'm going to say turning off the lights, and we have to use a mechanic that we know but haven't used to solve a puzzle yet. Do we turn off lights in any other way?
I mean, I didn't think so.
Can I ask if I'm correct in saying that we're trying to turn off the lights?
Sure.
Are we correct in saying that we're trying to turn off the
Oh,
lights?
Magic 8 Ball. Ask again later.
You turned off lights at the lodge and pit. That's true, and we did that from an external
Yeah.
thing.
So there is something? There is something
Well-
that'll turn the lights off?
But would we... It sounds like we'd be doing it through a different mechanic, maybe? Gabe Damien asks, I was away for 5 minutes. Any revelations? No.
No, not even a little bit.
Yeah, SB Burst Mail says, but that's a mechanic you've used.
Can I blink the lights off?
Oh, Fajul says it ain't about the lights here, other than making the bridges appear.
Oh, okay. What on earth? Oh, I actually made it up a couple of steps that time. I am...
SB Burst Mail says, the other solution you keep dancing around. Fajul says, permission to ask you an instructive question.
Yeah, that's fine. I am at such a loss right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. I cannot... We have been good about everything else we've tried. I cannot figure this out, though. I await on bated breath.
Can I steal a lantern from a corpse?
Let me tell you.
I mean, truth be told, okay, if we're really trying to get this shit done, we take all of their lanterns and extinguish the lights. Then those guys aren't in the other world.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little cruel, but...
Die forever.
Alright, Fajul says, earlier you were in the dream world, while dead, and you waited for the tidal wave to come, and it killed you.
Yes.
But don't you think that's weird?
Do I?
I mean...
Oh, I guess if we're already dead, our dead body being washed away shouldn't make any difference.
I just assumed that it meant that essentially wherever the server or whatever was also knocked out. That was my assumption, and then us not being able to return to a body meant we were dead. That was my personal explanation for it.
Like,
I'm watching you think.
I feel very dumb. I feel extremely stupid. Oh, it gone below.
Are we already at that point?
I mean, it's breaking through.
Yeah, SB Bird's Mail says, I don't see any servers.
The servers are the fire. The servers are the 7 chaos.
Gabe Damien says, 1. What are you trying to do? 2. Why can't you do it? 3. Come up with as many logical and or pie-in-the-sky ideas for how number 2 could be solved.
What was that? Oh. You just put the artifact... Oh, shit! Oh! I put the artifact down and then I fell. Okay. What are we trying to do? We're trying to get past that one guy to get into the fireplace.
Yes.
Why can't we do it? Because there's a guy there.
He doesn't like us because we're some four-eyed alien freak.
And it says... And there's obviously something that we did when we were dead before. Start the loop one more time here. So they're saying you don't need to be dead to do it, but there was something that we did before while we were dead that we haven't realized?
I mean, I'm thinking it's something having to do with waiting out the time.
Can we
So-
can get to that spot if we go in from another tower, can't we?
Yeah,
Should we go in through another tower, wait a ton of fucking time, and then go in?
Oh.
I mean, I thought about doing that before, but...
So, are we finding out that it's... Those guys are, like, location dependent, so if we wait for that, like, room full of guys to get knocked out and come in from a different location, we'll be able to go there and they won't be there?
Oh! Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Oh.
I looked down at the comment.
Oh, he's flipping a table.
Chugga 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 Batman, which at first my bad vision, I thought it said Ratma, and it was a weird
Ratma.
reference to that VHS.
Oh.
What was that, VHS 86 or something?
Yeah.
I forget what the more recent one is.
Is he flipping a table? Oh, he's putting glasses on.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, alright, I need to point something out. I thought about doing that earlier, but for the life of me, I couldn't think of the logic behind it. I was like, why would that make any difference at all? Because they're still going to be there. But the way you just explained it, with them, like, also being taken out when the thing floods, because it's all of them that rested at that fire.
Right. That's what I meant by location dependent. I guess
Son of a bitch.
you go to this temple if you want to be a music hall man, and you go to this temple if you want to hang out at a lodge for forever.
Oh my god, are you fucking... So, is it the second tower or the third tower that lasts the longest?
I think
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, really, does it?
I think the third one technically would last the longest because it's recessed into a cliff.
Can we get to that area from there? Do we just have to keep riding the raft until it brings us to where we need to be?
I think so.
Okay. I don't believe this. I thought of that earlier just to give myself more time.
SB Bros Mail
Bye.
says, even tried once. Gruntfather says, or go in the hole in the side. Go in the hole in the side.
Hole in the side. I'm just do this and see what happens.
Alright.
There's so many holes and so many sides of things in this game. Yeah, I 100% thought of that earlier. I just couldn't think of what difference it would make.
Okay. Gabe Damien says, Grunt is talking about the direct shortcut to the third location, the breach in the stranger.
Oh, I am
That's
not
right.
nearly skilled enough to navigate that. No, we're just going to do this.
I mean, after all, we are killing a little bit of time.
A little bit, yeah. So we have to wait at least 10 minutes, I think. Or
Yeah,
11,
it was right
or
about 10
9 or
minutes
10
and 30
minutes.
seconds.
Remember, it's taking us longer to get to the fire this time,
Yeah.
too, though. I think 10 minutes should be fine. I can't believe I
I mean,
didn't
we could also go over there and just watch for them to disappear.
Yeah, I mean...
That's trickier.
That's... Well, it's not even necessarily trickier. It's just an extra 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe... I swear to you, I thought about doing that and was like, well, that's... it. Like, what difference would it make? I am so mad at myself for second guessing
It
now.
never occurred to me that the dudes in any one location corresponded to the dudes in the room.
Yeah. It makes... I'm thinking back to the reels that we watched now, though. It did show them go into, like, separate areas and everything.
Yeah.
I can't believe I second-guessed myself. I am angry now. Because I also sound like I'm going, well, yeah, I thought of that. When I straight up thought about doing that and just didn't realize the logic behind what I wanted to do.
Yeah, Fijul says, so all together now. The tidal wave didn't kill you in the dream world. It just put out the fire, ejecting everyone who was using it.
Yeah.
Oh, and SB Bursmail says, you did try once, but ran into a complication.
Oh, did I? I don't even remember it. I don't even remember. That really makes me angry.
Oh, just be happy we finally got there.
Here, we'll do 9 because we have to ride the raft anyway. I guess I didn't have to put the thing down. There's more control, I guess. Alright.
Let's ride those rapids.
Where are they? Oh, we're at the hotel?
Yeah. I think you have to go... Was this one, like, over at the hotel and then you came back or something?
It might have been. Did we just pick the hardest one to get to?
Oh yeah, the water's all the way down there.
Yeah. There is an elevator, though.
Yeah.
Right there. How do I get there? Maybe if I just stay in one spot and spin around.
Maybe if you keep asking about it.
Oh, do I have to...
Oh yeah, this place.
Yeah. Oops. At least I don't have to worry about any guys right now.
Yeah, they're just down there.
Alright, so... There's that.
I have to admit, I am completely and totally lost in this section.
Oh, I actually have a fairly decent idea of this place at this point.
Oh, Fijul says, oh, by the way, a synonym for extinguish is douse. I took that clue to mean, since we figured this out, that a synonym for extinguish is die.
I mean, you're not wrong. Okay, never mind. Maybe I don't know where I'm going in this place. I'm so mad at myself.
Don't be.
How the heck do I get back out there? There we go. I like that effect.
Yeah.
I still don't know where the raft is out here.
Oh, SV Mail says they did rearrange this area in the patch. It's still confusing.
Oh, really?
Alright,
Oh,
so we're in the basement here.
Yeah, that's just the mural.
Who opened a door? Oh,
What?
this is, I think, how we get
Oh,
over there.
this is the elevator. Okay. Yep, this is what we wanted. Okay. I just don't believe that.
Gabe Damien says, they made this area a little easier in the patch. Unnecessarily, in my humble opinion, but also it's fine. The stealth sections were not what makes Outer Wilds great.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. They're okay. Like, I hated them at first, but figuring out the whole blinding them and then juking them thing made it way easier.
It would be so funny if you fell off the raft now.
Yeah. I put turbo on. Alright, don't need you, Belle.
It looks like it's shrugging at you.
Yeah, well, I'm shrugging it in, so... we just plow right into the dock.
Yeah. We somehow crashed this right on tracks.
Yeah. Is this it?
It should be.
How do I get off? Oh, is that it?
The raft stuff feels so like amusement park-ish to me.
Yeah. Yes, this is it. Okay.
Alright.
So, everybody should, in theory... Oh, it's not open. Damn it. Alright, we gotta go one more. In theory, then, everybody should be dead. Like, I shouldn't have to worry about any guys right now.
Why'd you make another raft?
Because I need to go this way.
Is there another place to get off?
I don't know, but the door over there isn't open. I can't get over there.
Oh. Gabe Damien says, "Mwahahaha."
Did I have to go and open that door first?
I don't know. Too bad you can't jump. Would have been really useful right now.
I'm not going to be able to get over there. I had to open the door first.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. How multi-step is this?
SB Burst Mail says, basically, come up the elevator instead of relighting the bridge. That'd be the complication. Oh, yeah. And then Gabe Damien says, "Mwahahaha," but in caps now. And Pajul says F.
God. Okay.
Grumpfather says it's a hickory dicking around dock.
God. All right. I don't think we're going to get this one done tonight.
Oh, let's give it one more go.
Guys just got pissed. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Come on. Jump off. Kill
Okay.
ourselves. Let's go.
So what I have to do...
Oh, Gabe Damien said, did you notice the sound just then?
Yes.
What do you think it means?
I mean, it probably means
Dudes
a bunch
are
of guys
dying?
got flooded.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I need to do... I need to go into the first tower. I need to blow out the lights to open that door. I need to leave the first tower. I need to go to the third tower, go in, ride the ramp to where I just was. The lights and the door will be gone, and I can go through. I just want to throw myself into a fireplace.
Don't we all?
This is ridiculous. Like, this is crazy. This, to me, was by far the most cryptic, thing to do in this game so far.
I don't know. A lot of the stuff we had to do with the, like, solar station and stuff, that was up there, too.
I guess. I don't remember having this much trouble with anything in the main game.
Gabe Damien says, I'm going to go do some dishes for 10 minutes and 38 seconds.
Oh my god. I still think that's cool going into that.
Yeah. Fidul says, I think I mentioned before that there was one thing I really didn't like about Echoes of the Eye.
Was it this? Because I am right there with you on this one. This one puzzle is... It's so much more multifaceted than any other puzzles we've done.
It's pretty fiddly.
Okay, so yeah, we don't need to be dead, I don't think, unless we finally get back there and the fireplace is like, you should have been dead.
Oh, Fidjul says, and it's basically this. The solutions are really very rigid, and they're very logical, but they feel a lot less organic than the stuff in the base game.
Okay, I can see that, I guess. Alright. Yeah, I was waiting for my knees to break again.
Yeah. Somebody's gotta break your knees. May as well be you.
Oh, I don't need to bring those things nearly as far away as I thought originally.
Fidjul says, like, the main game stuff is a big melange, and you can logic some of it, and intuit some of it, and stumble into some of it, and it all comes together. But this is strictly the most abstract logic along rigid threads, one step at a time, and in comparison, it's a little exhausting. SB Bruce Mail says, brute force occasionally works in the main game. It almost never works in the DLC.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, so... Done.
Outdoor.
Okay.
Done.
Done, yeah, done. Okay. Now... do the same thing as before, but that door should be there this time.
Yeah. Or rather, it shouldn't be there.
Well, yeah. The door should be taken care of.
Isn't a door if it doesn't open and close, but rather exists and doesn't exist?
Well, dang. I'll know.
What is door?
I don't know. I always assumed it had to open. Otherwise, wouldn't it be a doorway or a wall hole? You know, the wall hole.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know the type. Yeah, this is a really... I think this is so far the only puzzle where we've had to enter the fire at 2 different points to get it done. I don't think we've had to do that for anything else up to this point yet. Still nothing super significant other than lore about the whole leaving the bubble thing, though, has there? We haven't actually done anything with that except to see that one invisible bridge to get across and then see something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we've done anything other than lore with that.
I mean...
Just to know that it is a simulation.
Grandfather says, Andy Warhol. Pictures of Campbell's soup cans and Marilyn Monroe. Yes. One and the same.
Whoops, what's the button? Here it is. Oh.
Oh?
I thought I was trying to light the thing with the lamp. I thought I was in the dream world. Or whatever it is. I'm so confused. I just smash into it and die. Alright. So... 10 minutes was a good enough amount of time. I don't think I actually...
I mean, you need less because you did more.
Well, yeah. I don't think I actually need to drop this. And I'm still going to be riding the raft for at least one screen, so...
Gabe Damien says, just put my headphones back on, and the first thing I heard was, I'm so confused.
Well, welcome. You've missed nothing.
All right.
God, I just cannot believe that.
Uh-huh.
I need to not second guess myself in this game. I need to test, like, every single stupid little thing that I come up with.
Yeah.
Because that testing to see what happens if you go in when you die, That could have been a hint.
Yeah.
Like, that was 100% a hint that I gave to myself and didn't realize it. Rassafragan.
I'm sorry.
I'll go 9.5.
Okay. Yeah, Grandfather says we come from ignorance and end in confusion.
Yeah.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Yeah, God. Oh, I forgot. I've got to go through this whole thing just to get to the elevator.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right. There it is.
SB Bros Mail says maybe drop that lamp for a sec.
Oh, there are shortcuts here, you said, aren't there?
Hey! Oh,
Okay.
wonderful.
Thank you. Watch me miss it.
All right.
Was it right here?
Yep.
Was it straight out this way?
I think.
Ah.
Try again.
I mean, I didn't even make a face when I fell because I fucking knew it was going to happen.
Gabe Damien says there is a fast way. There's a fast way to get to the elevator if you know a secret.
Okay.
Zim gave us a lull.
yeah, thanks. Okay.
Grandfather says, well, sorta straight.
Here.
SB Bruce Mail says swing and a miss.
No!
You were so close. You have to walk for the area where one could conceivably walk onto.
I didn't see it.
Oh, Gabe Damien says the candle is a target. You started walking towards it but drifted right. You got F's from Fadul and Gabe Damien.
Oh my God. The candle is... That's what I aimed for before. Or is
think-
it that one?
Aim for that little grassy area.
That one?
Yeah. No, you're like turned a little bit. Straighten it. There you go.
This?
Well,
That's where I fell before.
okay.
I
There.
thought.
Go straight. There we go.
Oh my God. Ugh.
Yeah, SB Brismail said, high and inside, strike two.
God.
Grandfather said, this time for sure. Gabe Damien said, haha, I thought for sure we would strike out.
Great. Thank you. There.
You could make it talk.
Here. Turbo on everything.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
SB Brismail said, so maybe the normal path would have been better.
Yeah, it would have been less time at this point. God. Oh, my life is pain. What time is it? I'm not even going to be able to sleep.
That's okay. Tomorrow is your last day of your current job,
Yeah,
so
I know. I still have
go
to be
in,
there, though.
sleep. What are they gonna do? Fire you?
Yeah. Apply for unemployment for 6 hours. Oh, okay. So now, in theory,
Yeah. Visual says, I know people who take the normal path, and they're all cowards.
Well, I'll bet their legs work better. Okay. Hi, Shingo.
Hi, Shingo.
All
Okay,
these-
turn around. Go up the stairs.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All these bastards better be dead. If I don't hear screeches of misery...
Yay. Oh, this is the wrong way, isn't it? Oh, never mind.
No. Ah, look at that. No green lights.
Gabe Davian says, quote, all these bitches better be dead. And now you are the jerk.
Well...
Is it sad music because the world is ending, or because...
Oh my god. Oh my god, no. Where is it? Where is the
I
tree?
think it's sad... Right there. I think it's sad music because all these bitches are dead.
They should not use the same part of the soundtrack.
It's not the same song.
Yes, it is! That's 100% the same song!
Well, maybe next time we'll take less than 10 minutes
Fuck you all!
getting... There we go. It was an elevator. Alright, well, we're done.
Well, and there's the other door that they were guarding too.
Oh, that's true. There
Oh,
is an
please
upstairs.
just let this be a trick.
Oh, yeah. Gabe Damien says, ah, shit, you spent too much time. It's the same song, but muffled because you were in the Matrix.
I don't believe this.
Oh, hey, it's more of these.
Yeah, and we're not gonna have time to, like, look at any of them.
You need to
Where the
put that
hell
up
even
there.
is it?
Yep.
Okay, there is.
That's the signal from the eye. And that causes their telescopes to light up.
Oh. The telescopes are used
And
to
they see the eye. And they say, hey guys, look at the eye. We figured out where it is, and we know exactly what we're doing next time. You did so good.
This is so disheartening.
Let's have a smile. Yeah, that's what the people want.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's also zoomed. It's zoomed in the settings as it is.
Oh.
I don't believe this.
Oh, man. Cave Damien says, for what's worth, the second lamp is much easier to reach the raft. Fajol says, F. Grunfodder says, ah ha 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 ha. SV Bruce says, progress.
Yeah, I mean, there was progress.
Zem says, next stream gonna be lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With green fire.
Uh-huh.
Gonna be green fire, like the kids say.
Yeah, SB Bruce says, another run is only 22 minutes away. Fajul
Yeah.
says, this is the content we live for.
Well, I'm glad, because I feel dead inside.
All right. Well, with that, let's call it a night.
Thank you for joining us again. Thank you for all the hints, honestly. Like, I don't think we would have figured that one out ourselves very soon. I'm still angry at myself for almost solving it accidentally and then not.
Oh.
But at least we got there.
We got there.
Thank you for joining us again. We will be back next week. And I have no idea how close we are to finishing this, but we will make more
Hey,
God.
thanks for the subscription, somebody.
Who was it?
Oh,
Gabe Damien.
Gabe Damien,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you. Hot dogs, as you can see.
Hot dogs.
So, okay, my own burr sound keeps scaring me.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway.
I made a different thing, and he won't put it up.
I'll put it up. I'll do it. All right. Have a good night. Have a good week. and we will see everybody later.